You are watching Trending Vlogs with UB.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Good afternoon. Yesterday my mom and my brother traveled. They even traveled before I woke up. I spoke to them because I didn't say them after they traveled. What am I even saying? They just traveled. They went to my mom's farm in Ogun State. When they got there, I spoke with my brother. I called my brother. I spoke to my mom. We sent pictures, and all of this sudden was not online. So his friend that reached out to me that my brother is not online, which is very, very unusual. That he's always online. I said, maybe his phone went off. He said no, he carried a big power bank when he was going. I said probably network issue, that they are at the farm, like inside middle of maybe nowhere. That there's a possibility something happened. I don't know. Not until yesterday night. I went out, I got home, I was tired, I slept. I don't know why I woke up. I saw my mom, the notification came in. She said the voice note. I was even thinking I was going to open it the next morning, but for some reason I opened it that night. And that was when.
Aminat, wọ́n ti wà lọ́dọ̀ àwọn kidnapper 100,000 làwọn fẹ́ gbà. Wọ́n mú bẹ̀ wọ́n sí 50,000, 100 million. Wọ́n mú bẹ̀ wọ́n sí 50 million. Ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi wá wò, ẹjọ́ kán lè fi mí sílẹ̀ ẹjọ́.
I don't know. I called her. She was trying to explain the situation to me. The person told that is the explanation. They said they should release money. They said she should ask for. They collected the phone and the phone went off. This morning, she called again. I've been calling Boshi and my brother's number. It has not been going through. This morning again, she called. She said, how much have we raised? And they said they want cash. They don't want transfer. They're asking for 100 million. She has begged them to 50 million naira. I asked her when my brother was. She said she has not seen my brother. And I think they carried them separately. And I've not been able to remember you guys, please. I don't know. Your mouth and taller, babe. Please. Hey guys, please. I don't know. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Yesterday, my mom.
Yeah, start.
I am Mrs. Alamu, FR. I am the principal of Community High School, Esiele, in Orire local government of Oyo State. On Friday, around 9:30, we were attacked by a certain group of people, and a good number of us were abducted, the staff and the students as well. And we have been here since Friday. I am making this video to ask for help from everyone, starting from the federal government of Nigeria and Oyo State government, Engineer Seyi Makinde, the Christian Association of Nigeria, and all well-meaning Nigerians, that they should come to our help and settle this thing peacefully so that our lives will not be lost. Thank you very much.
Yeah, start.
اثنين بس والله خير البل ما في حل حكوا جوا بس مرالينا فوق والله ما ينوم ويا برهان رسالة في بريدة جوتلا أولا بتجوال أنت عارف فجر زول لفات سلم له مباشرة دم بلني نين قاعدين في الميدان هنا عدو اثنين بس والله خير البل ما في حل حكوا جوا بس مرالينا فوق والله ما ينوم ويا برهان رسالة في بريدة جوتلا أولا بتجوال أنت عارف فجر زول لفات سلم له مباشرة دم بلني نين قاعدين في الميدان هنا عدو اثنين بس والله خير البل ما في حل حكوا جوا بس مرالينا فوق والله ما ينوم ويا برهان رسالة في بريدة جوتلا أولا بتجوال أنت عارف فجر زول لفات سلم له مباشرة دم بلني نين قاعدين في الميدان هنا عدو
in Ondo State, our community to be precise, has fallen into a deep sleep after they invaded a community in Ondo State. They invaded this community. They want to abduct and kidnap people in this community. Now, as God may have it, this community placed a juju for protection over their land, and immediately they are coming inside this community. All of them fell into a deep sleep. As you can see in this video, for those of you that come and tell me you're carrying fake news, all of them were in Ondo State, our community to be precise, has fallen into a deep sleep after they invaded a community in Ondo State. They invaded this community. They want to abduct and kidnap people in this community. Now, as God may have it, this community placed a juju for protection over their land, and immediately they are coming inside this community. All of them fell into a deep sleep. As you can see in this video, for those of you that come and tell me you're carrying fake news, all of them were sleeping. They laid their guns on the ground and they were sleeping into a very deep sleep. Now, what Nigerian government cannot do by capturing these bandits in Nigeria, a simple community has done that. Now, this community were able to capture these bandits by placing a juju over their land. Is a kind of protection over their land. This is exactly what we need in Nigeria. If Nigerian governments are incapacitated to do something over the insecurity that we are dealing with in Nigeria, it's high time juju people take over. It's high time juju people help us to do something. Now, this information I got it from Gossip Meal. This community in Ondo State, our community, placed a juju in their land, and immediately these bandits entered this community. All of them fell into a deep sleep. In Ondo State, our community to be precise, has fallen into a deep sleep after they invaded a community in Ondo State. They invaded this community. They want to abduct and kidnap people in this community. Now, as God may have it, this community placed a juju for protection over their land, and immediately they are coming inside this community. All of them fell into a deep sleep. As you can see in this video, for those of you that come and tell me you're carrying fake news, all of them were sleeping. They laid their guns on the ground and they were sleeping into a very deep sleep. Now, what Nigerian government cannot do by capturing these bandits in Nigeria, a simple community has done that. Now, this community were able to capture these bandits by placing a juju over their land. Is a kind of protection over their land. This is exactly what we need in Nigeria. If Nigerian governments are incapacitated to do something over the insecurity that we are dealing with in Nigeria, it's high time juju people take over. It's high time juju people help us to do something. Now, this information I got it from Gossip Meal. This community in Ondo State, our community, placed a juju in their land.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Your Excellency, the Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Usman Ododo, and Your Excellency, Honorable John Ura, the Dekina Local Government Chairman, and the Senator, Alhaji Eshosho, and also IGN, the House of Rep. This is Aloko Ogananigu. Ogananigu is made up to 20 to 17 community that combine together that made up to Ogananigu. Right now, we are under attack. It's more than 10 days now. We have been pleading. We have been begging. We have been seeking for help for the security agency to help us because we are helpless. Right now, there is no single individual in this community. Nobody You can't find anybody in any compound. They are all run away for their life. You see, this is not a promise our leader promised us. This is not a promise you promise us. You promised to protect the life and property of your people. Here we are. Our life is in danger. Come to our aid. We are begging. Please, these people have attacked the neighboring village. More than 3 to 4 community right now. And as I'm speaking with you, we have lost not less than 20 people. Please and please, we are seeking for your help. This is Aloko Oganenigu, the center of Oganenigu entirely. You can see nobody. We are all run away for our life. You see, you promise us we are the leader of tomorrow. You say we are the leader of tomorrow. And today, we find it so difficult to see today's sunset. How are we the leader of tomorrow? Please help us. You see, this particular road is linked to Anyangba. Before the security can reach this particular village, they will spend not less than 4 to 3 hours on the road. You see, we have been begging the government to help us and do this road, which they refuse. And today, we are facing the innocent blood. People are dying. You can see, we are part of Nigeria. Why are you neglecting us? You see, you and your family, your people, they are living fine, eating and drinking, but here we are. We don't even know the whereabouts of our parents. Everybody scattered. Please and please, we are begging. We are begging. Come to our aid. This is Oganenigu. Please and please, come to our aid. Come to our aid. The chairman, please come to our aid. The House of Rep, this conflict, we want it to end. It has been more than 15 years right now. We have been facing this battle. Please, these people are much. Please and please, we can't do it alone. Help us. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Allah.
Please, I am here again.
Tana Rijana ina. Can wajen dogowa. Dogo gidan.
Dogo gidan yake bagu.
Dan wannan da tana gidan wajen dan wannan.
Da su suke TikTok za su ci
wait first. Da yana gidan mu yanzu.
Da bindiga? Akwai bindiga gidan ku?
Wajen wannan.
No da dogo. Oga na one party for Niger. For Niger.
Ina ne machine da na kama ka.
Oga last year da. Na yi kodi so ko ba machine din da ba ko dogo gide. For Niger akwai matsalan gari.
Wannan na oli this one.
Yanzu ni na san da za a sami.
Oye na san da za a sami. Shi ne kai dan uban ka ba ga mun shi ma bandis ba. Ba ga mun shi ma bandis ba dan uban ka.
They know they use name save numbers. Then see them. They know they use name HH. Now HH11 GGC. Now him now. So say TikTok. Okay, you know the guy for TikTok. Uganda them now.
Now you do TikTok. Wait. What's your username on TikTok? Ask him your username.
Me TikTok
naka.
Saleh
Ibrahim. Let him see.
Guy, big body camera. When I see this guy, but that kind of TikTok online. So we don't go today. We don't catch him. Today you won't finish. You never see anything. Sir. Okay, sir. We go clear that today. Don't worry now. See here, my money. They don't already kidnap person. Don't worry now. You never see anything. We go finish you today. We go kill you. See you every day. Next time. Siang, hey bang kaka. Hey bang.
Kira Allah bang dia tu baka.
Mana siang for you? No,
dah pas lagi. Dah belas lagi.
Sakit working. Nak aja bener.
Èmi kò tọ́jà ara mi gbé o rí mọ́.
Èmi ni ọkọ principal community high school RS Ẹlẹ, èyí tí àwọn agbẹnipamọ́ gbé sí àkàtà wọn. Gómìnà wa, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Kò sí bí a ṣe lè dúpẹ́ tó lè tó, nítorí pé a mọ àwọn akitiyan tí ẹ ti ṣe látìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ ṣàlejò wa. Èmi ni Dean Renewable Natural Resources ní Ìṣẹ́yìn. A sì mọ ribiribi tí ẹ ṣe fún wa. Tí mo tún fẹ́ sọ ni pé ẹ ní ṣàṣetì lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Kò sí ní sú yín, kò ní rẹ̀ yín. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà ní àkàtà àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí, ẹ dákun. À ń bẹ̀ yẹn má jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ yín sà. Àtọmọdé àtàgbà wọn. Ìyàwó mi ni wọ́n ń lò láti fi ṣe fídíò tí wọ́n ń pín káàkiri. It's very disheartening and depressing. Mi ò ní sọ jù báyìí lọ sà, mo mọ̀ pé ẹ lè ṣe ẹ kájú ẹ sì jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ ṣeun gómìnà. Ẹ ṣe.
Wọ́n pe Fúnmiláyọ̀ tó bàbá ẹ̀ lọ jókòó.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy weekend. I usually don't go live around this time, but sometimes when I have some thoughts in my mind and I just want to vent or I just want to clear my mind, I'll do a show like this. I call it a sober reflection show. If you're watching, please, you can help me hit a like. Not that I'm making the video for views anyway. I'm just making this video so it can be up on this channel. And for those who may get to see it later, they can learn one or two things. And at least the video will, at least it will serve as a point of reference in the future. I've been home all day. I have 3 engagements today that I was supposed to be, but somehow my spirit was just so down. I tried to attend a couple of them, but I went out, and when I got to the venue, I just came back home. I don't know why I'm wired like that, but we are human. So I think that is just my spirit ministering to me that something is not right. And since I have a platform, maybe my spirit just wants me to come here and bear my mind. Hopefully I can have some peace. Now, before I go deep down into what I want to talk about, as you can see the banner, the top link for this show, it says which way Nigerians, where is our country? Yes, where is our country? As a podcaster, I have people who work with me. I have a team that source information. I have somebody sourcing information on international scene.
US, Europe, UK, Canada, everywhere, even other African countries. And I have people who I delegated to source information for me on what's going on in Nigeria. And the coolest part is most of my team members are in Nigeria, so they are 6 hours ahead of us. So every day when I wake up in the morning, I go to our WhatsApp operating group. There is always tons of information at my disposal, and I'll just scroll through. Now, for the past 1 week, one information that shows up on our operation platform mostly is this kidnapping, banditry, and terrorism in Nigeria. At a point, I wanted to direct my team members to stop sharing any news about that. But then I said to myself, what message am I sending across to the team? If I tell them I don't want to wake up to news of Nigerians where they will say 40 people has been kidnapped today, 200 student has been grabbed from a school, Boko Haram invaded a farm, bandits are destroying a village. If I ask them not to share those news, what message am I sending across to them? So every day when I wake up, there is always news upon news of banditry activity in Nigeria. And I don't know where to start. You can barely scroll on any social media platform where Nigerian blogs are operating, and you wouldn't see countless posts about banditry and the level of destruction that is going on in Nigeria. So I am disturbed. I am disturbed in my spirit. I'm disturbed in my soul. Just like many other people who live in the diaspora, there are times I felt like there's no need to speak about Nigeria. After all, you don't live in Nigeria. Sometimes I felt like, why bother myself about Nigeria? I'm an American. I'm an American citizen, full-fledged citizen, with all rights of American citizen. And over here in America, we have a lot to do with ourselves here in America. Those of us who live in diaspora, you know what I'm talking about. We have bills, we have jobs, we have daily challenges we contend with. But one thing that we are thankful and grateful for as Americans is the peace we enjoy, the freedom we enjoy, the peace of mind that we can sleep at night without worrying that somebody is going to barge into our houses. Right here in Texas, where I live, many of us park our vehicles outside. Whether we bought it brand new, old, used, whatever. Even while we have two car garages, we still leave those vehicles outside without worrying that somebody will steal them. When we sleep here in Texas, most of the houses we have over here are built with wood, like wood. Most of our doors, with one heavy kick, you can literally split the door open. But yet, we sleep peacefully. We go to work peacefully. Don't get me wrong. America have its own challenges. The number of GUN, the number of guns in America society, I can say is times 100 of what you can have in Nigeria. In America, I doubt if you can count 3 homes where there will not be one gun. But yet, there's still this feeling of security. Why am I talking about America when I want to talk about Nigeria? Let me explain. There was a time in Nigeria when we used to live peacefully, just like we are living right here in America. There was a time in Nigeria when students will go to school and parents don't have to worry if those students will come back home. There was a time in Nigeria you can travel by night from Lagos all the way to Kano. And you literally don't have to worry about even armed robber. Yes, there can be robbery once in a while, but it was generally peaceful. There was a time in Nigeria that you will live in Ondo State, Lagos State, Ekiti State, everywhere, all part of Nigeria, and Hausa man will come around. Some of them, they will bring their cows. Some of them will be doing ayo condemn. They move around freely. Some of them will be trading. They will be selling onions, pepper, tomatoes, meat, anything. We live peacefully. There was a time in Nigeria, nobody really cares what the government was doing, because businesses were thriving. The system, even though not perfect, the system was working. So when I consider how we live here in the diaspora, whether you live in the United Kingdom, Europe, in Canada, in America, and you see that you can go out, you can come back, no hindrance, no threat, nothing. I just want you to know there was a time Nigeria was just like that. There was a time in Nigeria when food were cheap. Just mention, there was a time in Nigeria when everything works. There was a time in Nigeria when presidents are presidents. When the president really cares about the citizen. Yes, we have those time, those period in Nigeria. And it wasn't a long time ago. Even in this Fourth Republic, I still remember vividly under President Olusegun Obasanjo, when there was insurgents in the south of Nigeria, President Obasanjo took decisive decision. Yes, those decisions still hurt him to death, but he did what was necessary to restore law and order. Yes, it wasn't far away. President Obasanjo regime was just 1999 to 2007. Those were the time when the lives of Nigerians mattered. President tinubu Obasanjo transferred that same system to President Yaradua. And after Yaradua passed, that Goodluck Jonathan came to power, that was when we begin to have this madness in Nigeria. Why? Because some people are just ways too tribalistic that they can't stand the idea of a Southerners being the president. Because Goodluck Jonathan was the president, some people can't just stomach it. That how dare a South person become the president of Nigeria? We must figure a way to get rid of him. And as a way of getting rid of him, we have it in history. That was when we have the influx of these so-called machineries from Niger, from Chad, trooping into the northern part of Nigeria. And as history will have it, that was the beginning of doom in Nigeria. And I will say this, the people who were there, who wanted to get rid of President Jonathan by fire, by force, those people are the one who engineered the madness we have in our country to date. And from that moment henceforth, we don't have government in Nigeria again. We thought President Buhari was going to bring the changes we clamored for, because we were still living in those ancient days of 1993 or thereabout, when Buhari was the head of state with Tunde Ide-Agbon. When we used to see him as an angel, we thought he was the same person. But what we failed to realize was the military Buhari was not the political Buhari. All the mess we have now started growing wings. All the destructions, the bombings and everything started under Buhari. Who brought Buhari to power? No other person than the APC. Anybody can challenge it. The history is there. I'm not reading any book as I'm talking right now. It's what happened right in front of our eyes. The APC, the same APC, because a Southerners should not have been the president of Nigeria. Oh, it's a crime. If anybody that is not Hausa or Yoruba should be the president of Nigeria, it's abomination. We must get rid of that Jonathan, and that Jonathan must go by fire, by force. This coming election, the 2050 election, hey, Jonathan must go. Guys, if you don't go, we go dabaru everything. It was so sweet then. We still have it in everybody still remember the great protest in 2012. Or was it not 2012 when they were protesting subsidy under Jonathan? I'm so glad that all the people that led that protest, all the people that say Jonathan must go, he want to kill us. No. He doesn't know how to govern. He is this, is that. All the people who protested, who raised their voice, criticized him, did every nonsensical thing they can do. I'm so glad they are all alive today. And see what the same people who criticize Jonathan, they are now doing when it is their turn. Where is our country? That's just the question I want to ask on this show. Where is our country? The people said Jonathan is a mess. He does not know how to steer the country to become America, to become like America. The people who say, oh, they have the master plan. Jonathan don't know nothing. We must get rid of him. The almighty APC. Here we are today. I'm glad they are in power. And I'm glad that they can see the result of what hatred, tribalism, religion, bigotry, and all those nonsensical things they were peddling and spreading in the country. I'm glad that they are alive and they see the outcome of it today. This is so good. Even if this happened to be a movie script, they cannot write it way better than what we are witnessing right now. And I'm also happy that all the people who are pushing this tribalism, it must be my people, it must be my person, nonsensical propaganda in Nigeria. I'm so glad that everybody, you are alive today and you see what has become of our beautiful country. This is so good, man. This is so good. Now, let me just address the reason why I'm doing this show. Like I said, when I do shows like this, it's because I'm disturbing my spirit. I just want to voice out my frustration. This is not a show for clicks. It's not a show for views. It's just me expressing myself as a Nigerian. I just want to appeal to our conscience. Hopefully, we can wake up from our slumber and see what is happening right in front of our eyes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, please help me hit the like. My Bieber, how are you doing? Uncle Ola, I see you. How are you doing? Please, if you're watching, if you're here, you can drop a shout out. Let me recognize your presence. I see you. Is that, how do I pronounce your name? Ragmia? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that handle. But thanks for being here. Let me just address the reason I'm here.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. If you're watching, can you please help me answer this question? The question on the screen. Would you say President Tinubu and the governors are protecting Nigerians? 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for undecided. You don't have to say anything, just cast the vote. Considering everything that is going on in Nigeria right now, would you agree that President Tinubu and the state governors, they are protecting Nigerians? 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for undecided. My vote is 2. I wish I can type these two in 10,000 folds. My vote is no. Shout out to you, my lovely sister B. Palmer. My own sister Bola, how you doing? That's my vote. Neither the president nor the governors are protecting Nigerians. Let's call it what it is. This President Tinubu, he has no clue how to protect Nigerians. That's my take. The governors, they have no clue how to protect Nigerians in their state. The second question I would love to ask is this. Who is in charge of Nigeria right now when it comes to securing the lives and properties of Nigeria? I'm going to put it in the banner. Who is in charge of protecting lives and properties in Nigeria? 1. The leaders, when I say the leaders, include the president and the governors, as well as the Senate, the House of Rep, and everybody. So the leaders, 2, the people. So help me cast your vote. Feel free, don't be a stranger. We are just deliberating. Thank you, my people. So I vote 222 for the first poll. My Biba also said 2. Sister Bola, my own B Palmer. I like your name as B Palmer better, sis. B Palmer said Nigeria is a ticking time bomb. My sister, thank you for noticing what's going on. MJO say hell fire 22222. MJO said it looks like nobody they in charge, all man to themselves. Absolutely. So here is my question again. Who is in charge of protecting lives and properties in Nigeria? 1, the leaders. 2, the people. As it is right now, nobody is in charge of protecting lives and properties. Let's not deceive ourselves. Enough is enough. President Tinubu is not protecting nobody. I guess he's only protecting himself, his cabinet, his family members, and maybe Lagosians. I'm sorry, Lagosians, even I hear this one. I think those are the people the president is protecting. All right, thank you, Okwala. I think the people who are protecting lives and property in Nigeria right now are the people. Absolutely. So, why am I asking all of these questions? It is because in my spirit today, I was just asking myself, Mr. President Tinubu, where is our country? And that is what I want to address on this show. Where is our country? Our beautiful Nigeria. Our country where people can travel in peace. Our country where people can sleep and not worried whether they are going to wake up or not. Where is our country where farmers can go to farm, harvest their crops, sell them, and make money to take care of their family? Where is our country where Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Igbo used to trade and live together in peace and harmony? Mr. President, where is our country? Myself and the entire over 2 million Nigerians, we have the right to ask that question, sir. Where is our country? APC members, APC supporters, where is our country? What happened to our country? That's what I want to address. Today, I speak not as a politician. I speak not as a member of any political party. Even though I claim obedient, at this point, I don't give an F about anybody, any party, any person. The only person I care about right now are Nigerians. I care about we as Nigerians, not any politician. I don't give an F about politicians. I speak as a Nigerian whose heart breaks every time another village is attacked, another family is thrown into mourning, and another innocent citizen disappears into the forest of bandits and terrorists. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where is our country? Where? And for those who will say, Ben, why would you talk like that now? Is it not your person? Is it not from your place? I don't give an F. If President Tinubu is an Hausa man right now, if he's an Igbo man, if he's an Ishekiri, Uhobo, name it, I will ask the same question. Where is our country? My people are getting kidnapped. They are being terrorized. They are abandoned and forgotten. You run for office, you claim you can handle it. You said this job, you are in charge. You promise you are the most qualified person for the job. You even said this in Ogun State when you were announcing your interest to run for the presidency. You said in Yoruba, and I quote, "Egbe kini yi wa, emi lo kan." Meaning, bring this thing home. It is my turn. Mr. President, you told us, you assure us you have what it takes to protect the lives of Nigerians. So what happened to our country? What happened to those promises you gave to Nigerians? You stood on the podium everywhere you go, even though you escaped having a debate, even though you escaped being questioned as a candidate. But every now and then, when the camera is in your face, you promise Nigerians you are the most qualified person to take care of Nigerian masses. So, Mr. President, it is within our right as Nigerians to ask you, where is our country? What we have right now, the country you are leading right now, is not the Nigeria we entrusted to you. I defended you, Mr. President. When people said you do not win the election, that you ring the election, I remember during a political roundtable, I said, listen, if the INEC chairman should pronounce him the president, and they went to court, and the Supreme Court or the or tribunal, whatever they got going on, said yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the winner of the 2023 presidential election. I said it right there on our show that you are the legitimate president. Everybody should go and sit down. So we have the right to ask you, Mr. President, what happened to our dear country? Your supporters have argued over and over again. Your supporters said you are Mr. Strategist. Your supporters said it to our faces. They blog about it. They made video about it. They said you build Lagos. You literally carry Lagos on your back. Lagos was nothing before you came. Lagos was not existent. When you came and you became the governor, all of a sudden you magically, with a magic wand, you turn Lagos State around to paradise. Oh, you are going to fix Nigeria. Nigeria will be okay. Mr. President, where is our country? Where? I remember when you stood side by side the late President Muhammadu Buhari. You said this, and Nigerians don't forget, sir.
Let be poor, breathe.
I believe everybody heard when our president said that. Let me play it again.
Let be poor, breathe.
In that same clip, he went further and said, do not suffocate them. If you heard him, if you have seen that video, please drop one so that they will say, na AI. Please drop one. If you have seen that video so that nobody will say, na AI. Mr. President, before handing over, you speak like you truly care about Nigerians. Before the handing over, you addressed the nation. You spoke in your beautiful accent that you love Nigerians, that no matter what, you care about Nigerians. You made several promises. I think this is one of those too.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore.
These are the things President said. Thank you, my Bilber. At least I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one who heard him say these things. So, for those Tinubu supporters, bloggers, YouTubers that might see this clip and you want to come for me, let me make it clear now. As a Nigerian citizen, it is within our right to question our president. If you have a problem with that, you can go and hug Transformer. It is within our right to ask Mr. President, how are you protecting the lives of Nigerians? What are the efforts you put in place to protect Nigerians? Is there any hope that Nigerians will no longer be killed like animals? It is within our right to ask. So if it pains you as APC supporter and you have a problem, I say, what did this guy say? This guy, you are stupid, you are dumb. Well, ask yourself, ask your soul. How was the country before your president got in? I almost fell for it. I almost believed that, President Tinubu won't be ally anybody. They don't burn anybody well. If they try any nonsense, President Tinubu will crush them. I almost fell for it. Like millions of Nigerians. When his supporters were saying, he built Lagos. Don't you see what he did in Lagos? He built Lagos. Lagos is like Dubai. He turned it around. He laid the blueprint. He laid the white print. He bring the red plan together. I was like, oh yeah. Maybe some of us are crazy. Maybe truly. This old man we are looking at is actually not old. Maybe truly, this man really have what it takes to tame this terrorist. Maybe Loto, he will do it. A whole Jagaban. We almost believed that when Baba enter Abuja like this, or be ally anybody, they don't burn anybody by power. When they do PIM, who be terrorists? He will direct the soldier to crush them. We almost believed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are 3 years down the lane. Here we are. We are counting bodies almost every day now. I was watching my sister Momo 5 show earlier today, and I was watching all the videos Momo 5 was playing. While we were talking about the kidnapping and abduction that went down in Oyo State, I don't even know there's been another attack in another town that was not making the rounds. And a lot of people actually lost their lives there too. Under your presidency, killing now become the norms. Under your presidency, Nigerians are now living in fears. So I ask the question, Mr. President, where is our country? Where is the Nigeria that promised security and protection to its citizens? Where is the Nigeria where parents could send their children to school without fear? Where is the Nigeria where farmers could cultivate their land without armed men invading their communities, Mr. President? It's just a question. APC supporters, the same question goes for you. Where is the Nigeria where ordinary citizens could travel from one state to another without wondering whether they would arrive or not? Today, millions of Nigerians live under the shadow of fear. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Enough of this tribal bigotry. Enough of this, it must be my person or it's not your person. Enough. You can't have a country where the system functions under nepotism, under tribalism, under religion affiliation. It doesn't work. In 2022 to 2023, when President Tinubu was running for presidency and he chose a Muslim to be his VP, we said it then that this is looking like first of its kind in Nigeria politics. So There has never been a time in Nigeria politics where you have both president and the vice president coming from the same religion. In a country where religion is one big factor that determines if we are together or if we're going to be apart. We spoke up then. These same bigots, these bigots that are running up and down just because of whatever they are going to eat, because of crumbs, because of political crumbs, the small money when we reach them, even do nothing. They were on our faces then. They shut up. It doesn't matter. Muslim ticket, community, it doesn't matter. What matter is who is there, who is there. Where are we today? Ask yourself, why do you think it's so difficult to bombard these bandits and terrorists when their number was relatively small? I'm just asking questions. A report by the United States that they released, I think they released that last week. They said the number of these bandits in Nigeria is about 30,000. Ladies and gentlemen, when this banditry and all this nonsense started, I don't think their number is even up to 5,000 when they started. They were relatively small. When they could be crushed easily. But why do you think it's so difficult to crush them? The answer is right before our faces. You have a Muslim ticket as your president and your vice president. Under Buhari, it seems like Osunbajo did not do anything. Like as in Osunbajo seems like a figurehead under Buhari, isn't it? But what happened? There are still some decisions that Buhari have to make because his vice president is a Christian. He reached our turn, our own person turn. We broke all barriers. We threw caution to the winds. We went ahead and said, it doesn't matter. Muslim, it don't matter. You think a Muslim president and a Muslim vice president will literally allow your military to go and unalive thousands of their own kind? Okay, I'll leave it at that. But the question still remains, where is our country? Or can't we ask that question? Supporters of Mr. President and APC, can we at least ask that question? Where is our country? I don't care if you have Muslim president, Muslim vice president, Muslim Senate president, Muslim speaker. I don't care. In as much as people can travel from Lagos to Kano, Kano to Enugu, Enugu to Port Harcourt, and they will not be kidnapped. I don't care. In as much as the electricity you promise us, we actually see improvement, I don't care. If you like, even make the entire cabinet Muslim, it really don't matter. In as much as the country can progress as a unit, people can live peacefully, they can run their own businesses, children can go to school. I don't care. But when there is destruction of lives and property, where it becomes difficult for ordinary Nigerians to live on a day-to-day basis, they have to live under fear. Oh, we will ask questions. And APC supporters, for all I care, you feel carry your head, may you go, in fact, go hug transformer. If you felt like we shouldn't be asking these questions, you will, okay, even if I say, may you go hug transformer, electricity, no did the transformer itself. I don't think that will work. That will not work. Electricity, no did the transformer. I don't even know what to recommend for these supporters. Hmm? If you are still wondering why is this guy asking all of this question, you shouldn't be asking this. Rather than you, instead of supporting Mr. President, why are you asking? Well, let me take you through a brief history, maybe memory lane rather. Let's examine a nation under siege for a minute. Since May 2023, when President Tinubu assumed office, Nigerians have continued to face attacks from bandits, terrorists, kidnappers, and violent criminal gangs. We pretend say that is not the situation. No, please tell me. Maybe we may need to pretend that that's not what we've been observing. Or don't we hear Curtis killing each other in broad daylight now? The problem is not new. Let's be honest. It predates this administration. However, leadership is measured by the ability to solve problems, not merely inherit them. I remember at the time, our dear Mr. President was quick to follow the same, to sing the same music we've heard over and over again. At the time, Mr. President was also saying, the previous administration did not do anything. When we came in, we inherited all of this problem. And I just look like, bad me, I love you. Hey, I don't want to talk about me. Bad gave that excuse and I laughed. And I almost wanted to ask, bad me, but sir, you are still the same person that told us that Buhari is the one that can do this magic now. And I remember you were the one who led the campaign that people should vote for Buhari. I remember about me, you even brag about it, that if it wasn't for you, Buhari wouldn't be president. And that automatically means that you are aware of everything that is ongoing. Why are you not trying? And even, I swear, this APC government is funny, man. Bami almost made us forget that Buhari was an APC president, as well as many of these APC guys. Sometimes when I went on Twitter and I read their tweets, I'll just be like, God, which kind of confusion be this? In 2015, now bring Buhari. Now say Jonathan a bad man, but Jonathan and this night that. You guys did everything to oust Jonathan in office. And then you gave us Buhari. And then Buhari did a fantastic job. Within 8 years, old man took us all the way back to the oh God. And all of a sudden now, you APC guys and your president are saying it's not our fault. This problem has been on ground before we came. Those are some of the excuses that literally wanted to drive my enemy nuts. Like, aren't you the one that said it is my turn? I guess Mr. President did not understand that it is wanting to be chasing power, to grab the power. It is a different ball game what you do after you actually grab the power. Now the power is in your hands, sir. You can't use it. And we all know why you can't use it. But that's going to be a conversation for another day. For all your APC crumb eaters, supporters, that they felt like we can't say anything because Ijeku's stomach infrastructure, they don't chop saute, they are constipated now. They can't talk. They can't even say the truth. I just feel sorry for everybody because where we are going right now in Nigeria, okay, I go see where I go spend the money where I even they collect. So, Mr. President and your supporters, we are sick and tired of that excuse of saying, oh, we inherited this problem. The problem has always been there. You've lots created this problem. You gave us a president in 2015, a president that destroyed the fabrics of the country. In 2015, you gave us Buhari, and in 2023, you promised us, you even, your campaign slogan was renewed hope. I think Buhari came with hope. Is it hope for the hopeless or something? And then you came, you say renewed hope that you're going to make Nigeria work. There are records all over the places now that under 3 years, this administration has borrowed more money than all the past administrations put together under 3 years. Under 3 years, Nigeria has been so divided than it was before. Under 3 years, we have lost more innocent Nigerians across the country. Under 3 years, Nigeria is fast becoming a one-party country. Forget the charades that is going on now. We all know what's up. Under 3 years, all the system has become more corrupt than it was before. Under 3 years, no government parastatal can function without Baba said so. Is that how we want to live? Mr. President, where is our country? APC supporters, where is our country? Remember, we are all Nigerians. Even though the game plan is to divide us along party lines, we still have to remember we are all Nigerians. Across Kaduna, Zamfara, Katsina, Niger State, Sokoto, just name it, Borno, Benue, Plateau, and several other states in Nigeria, communities have been attacked repeatedly. Villages have been burned. Farmers have been killed. Women have been abducted. Children have been kidnapped from school. It has become a common occurrence now. Under your watch, APC, under your watch, the entire country is turned upside down. Many Nigerians now believe that criminal gangs exercise more authority in some rural areas than the government itself. What a shame. What a shame. Una shame, they shame me. Wallahi talai. Una shame, they shame me. Under una watch, bandits are dictating, abducting people anyhow. And yet, we have Mr. Strategist. Baba can solve every problem. Mr. President, where is our country? The numbers tell a disturbing story, my people. In case you are wondering, why are you talking like this? Let me remind everybody. Data from multiple security and monitoring organizations, they paint a troubling picture, my people. Let me even check some of the data that I gathered earlier today. Listen to this. Report indicate that from May to December 2023 alone, 5,800 people were killed and more than 2,700 people were kidnapped in insecurity-related incidents under APC's watch. They be on control everything. In 2024, the situation worsened with over 7,500 deaths and more than 6,400 abductions reported in 2024. Just look at the numbers. Another report in 2025 also cited that several security analysts, they mentioned that at least, where is that number? I gathered some of these numbers somewhere here. God, this thing is crazy. Yes, according to their report, 4,722 Nigerians were abducted and nearly 1,000 kidnapping incidents between July 2024 and June 2025 alone. Kidnappers demanded tens of billions of naira in ransom payments. We be living in Nigeria now, no be today. At what time have we had any government that kidnappers are holding to ransom, holding on their blockers to come and pay ransom in order to free Nigerians? And yet, if we talk, you say, don't talk, don't say that. The numbers are climbing. Where is our country? That's all I want to know. What is the way forward? The other day, the one that called himself Special Advisor to the President on Communications was chasing clout with a content creator. In case you don't know, Very Dark Man is a content creator. In a country where the entire country is falling apart, your chief special advisor, or is it strategic communication or whatever, is chasing clout with a content creator. What a shame. Children are adopted from school, then they bush. The president's special advisor on communication and strategy, or whatever he call himself, rather than tweeting, updating Nigerians on the situation on ground, assuring Nigerians that they are going to get these children and the teachers and everybody back, dude was on X tweeting about Very Dark Man. What a shame. On an audio that even a 5 years old, 5, 6 years old boy or girl can tell that was a clone. That was an AI. A whole next person to president. You are president, no Kukuma, they talk. Mr. President don't talk. He doesn't address Nigerians. The person that his job was supposed to be updating Nigerians on situation on ground, it took his time going into battle with Very Dark Man, a content creator, a boy who is also trying to survive, a boy that the inefficiency and ineffectiveness of your administration created. Or you don't know that Tinubu administration is the one that produced a Very Dark Man? Y'all don't know? The lackadaisical, I don't care, I'm the boss, I'm the godfather, everything attitude of how this administration is functioning is what created a Very Dark Man, in case if you all don't know. And it's not Very Dark Man alone. Under this administration now, how many activists have we had? Even people who don't know what activism is all about. Everybody turn on camera, they begin speak. Those are the products of this administration. And yet, the man that is supposed to be assuring Nigerians that, okay, this is the current situation on ground, Mr. President, and the chief of staff, the chief of army staff, they just came out of a meeting. There is progress. There is this, there is that, just to make Nigerians get rest of mind. No, he wasn't doing that. Rather, he was happy that somehow an audio purported to be made by a very dark man was out there. So the man was trigger happy, carrying keeper in a sane country. I don't understand. That is to show you how useless, how clueless the people that are working with Mr. President could be. And I don't blame them. I remember I said it one time before. Majority of the people that are working in this cabinet, many of them cannot do anything. All of them are afraid. They have to wait for order from above. It's almost as if Mr. President do not tell them talk, they won't talk. If Mr. President do not say, okay, deliver your job, they won't deliver. We can see it. That is how we end up where we are. It's even when we consider the insecurity situation in the country right now, it's becoming obvious that even the military don't even respect the president's order. I'm sorry. That's what it's beginning to look like. All the billions. I remember the other time I gave President Tinubu credit. I said, look, to his credit, this man have really done a lot by releasing fund, by ensuring that money was allocated and disbursed to ensure that the military have all they are supposed to have in order to tackle this insurgency in the country. But what we heard about 3 or 4 months ago now, we begin to hear soldiers. They come out and talk, say even food, they know they sit up. Not to talk about armor and every other thing they need to go and fight all these bandits. Justice Crack was picked up because he was advocating on behalf of the military. And yet, we know here, say, anybody was arrested, questioned, to give account on how they spent the billions upon billions of naira that were allocated for security of lives and properties in Nigeria. Nobody is asking any question. Why? Because of politics, because of second term. We can't, we can't arrest them. If we arrest them, they will not vote for us. So, this bandit, no, we can't attack them. We need their vote. Let's just manage it. And that is how innocent Nigerians are losing their life. We no go talk, because if we talk, we will be in trouble. That is even the one that is funny the most. Even when you see people that live abroad, people run away from Nigeria because Nigeria is not okay. Where you see them abroad, they are even afraid to talk. See, when you say something, in as much what you are saying is within your right as a citizen, you are not insulting. You are not making up fact. You are not stating what is not on public domain. But still, they still can't talk. I just don't know what is wrong with some Nigerians. Because it's beginning to look like, Kamasoro, maybe we no talk. Maybe, Tinubu cabinet in boys, they feel remember us tomorrow. Say if you no criticize, if you no talk, they feel see your platform, or they feel see you, they feel just see your blog. May they give you something. It's looking like that. I've seen people call black white, white red. And that is why it pisses me off at times. What is happening in Nigeria right now, if you ask people, what do you think? Many people that own platform, they will walk around the issue. They will never know. It's like they are even making deliberate effort to exonerate the president and the governors. I've listened to somebody say, hey, this is security situation in Nigeria. It's even the Nigerians' fault. It is we, the bandit, are they not Nigerians? It is Nigerians that are kidnapping Nigerians. Why would people be blaming the governor? Will be government. The government is trying, but we, the people. I've heard people say stuff like, hey, why can't Nigerians, why can't they fight for themselves? Hey, it doesn't matter. You protect, you organize. And I'll be laughing like Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And many of us that are saying these things, we live in abroad. We live in United Kingdom. We live in US. We live in Canada. We live in Europe. And we see that even all these countries where we live, they have similar problems too. They have armed militias everywhere too. And when those groups, when they go astray, none of the president of this advanced country that we are living ask civilians to go and confront these people. They always send the military to go and squash whatever is going on. It comes to our turn in Nigeria because President Tinubu is there. Hey, we Nigerians are doing that. And then I'll be like, Lord of Zechariah. Where is our country? If we continue this path, I'm afraid we will have no country. Sooner or later, Nigeria will be a thing of the past, and we pray that will not happen in Jesus' name. But at this point, even to pray for Nigeria itself is hard now. Make I no lie, my people. I think we've gone past the period of praying for Nigeria. No. It's becoming glaring every day that prayer does not work in situations that involve these bandits. I heard somebody saying, even the president was saying, is it yesterday? That the president was saying, let us pray for the country. We have to pray for the country. And I'm like, bah me. Do you really understand the job of a commander-in-chief? Bah me. When you say, may then give you this job, are you sure you understand what it means to be the commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Make una no verse. I'm just asking questions. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. The numbers are heavy. These numbers, they are insane. There is another report that found that in 2024 alone, more than 5,300 people were killed and over 5,100 abducted, with additional casualties and kidnapping recorded in 2025. Human rights investigators they have documented hundreds of killings and hundreds of abductions in states such as Katsina between 2023 and 2025. My people, these are not just statistics. Every number has a name. Every number had a family. And every number had a dream. The children that were kidnapped in Oyo school now, that have been in the bush for, is it 14 days now or 15 days? They have family members. And on that note, let me show you what I was playing earlier, in case if you don't understand. See this video. This man you see on the screen, that is the husband of the woman the bandit is using to communicate to government and Nigerians. That principal of the Oyo school where they kidnapped those children and teachers, this is the husband. The husband don't even know what to say. The husband was addressing the governor here. He can't even make any requests. So the governor, Makinde, that was him, walking down to give the man a hug. This is a husband. This is a man whose wife left his home and went to her place of work, but couldn't come back. If she's going to come back alive or not, we don't even know. And yet, instead of we Nigerians to hold our government responsible, to occupy social media, continue to tag them, the ministry, their office, call their private line, everything. We're not doing that. Rather, some content creators would rather even want this to become a battle of tribe or criticism. Let me say this. The way this thing is going, sooner or later, it could touch everybody. It could touch everybody. And in case you don't know, let me walk you through what happened when there is security collapse in a country. Because I don't think we have really thought about what will become of this country we call Nigeria. Just hold on.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Welcome, my people. Don't worry, this is just me ranting. I'm just disturbed. And I just feel like I should be talking to myself. What happened when bandits overwhelm citizens and government of a country? That country enters what is described as security collapse cycle. Fear spreads, government authority weakens, and criminals begin to control daily lives. As it is right now in Nigeria, my people, the bandits are the one in charge. Enough is enough. Let's stop fooling ourselves. Nigeria that we have right now, the bandits are the one in charge. They are the one who dictates what's going on right now. I'm so sorry, Mr. President. I'm so sorry, APC members, but it is what it is. Even the late head of state, Sani Abacha, said, if insurgency went for over 24 hours, the government hand is in it. So my people, when I asked at the beginning of this show that who do you think is in charge in Nigeria? I say, is it the government, the president and the governors, or the people? The third option that I did not include is the bandits. The true answer is the bandits are the one in charge of Nigeria. They are the one that determine everything now. If you think they are not in charge, for those of you who have father, mothers who are farmers, those that literally leave their town or their village and go into the forest to farm, tell them to go there or ask them the last time they've been there. I remember I also played a video here showing you a town that was deserted by the people who live right there. If you go to our news outlet now in Nigeria, what is the top news coming out of Nigeria? It's news of banditry, kidnappers, terrorists, attack here, soldier bomb there, US is coming to help, one church attack, one village has been sacked. What we have in Nigeria is security collapse cycle. Fear is spreading, government authority weakens, and criminals begin to control daily lives. So let's look at some of the implication of that. Socially, there is loss of trust in government. If you don't agree with any of these points, you can leave it in the chat. I will come back and read the chat. Just say, okay, I don't agree with this point. As it is right now, Nigerians have lost trust in the government when it comes to insecurity. If you agree with me, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1. If you believe that Nigerians have stopped trusting the government to protect them, drop a 1. Number 2, there is mass displacement in Nigeria now. Because it's not happening in the major cities and states in Nigeria, we are still thinking, it's nothing. Many villages have been deserted already now. Villages have become empty. A lot of families have run to safer towns now. You remember we have IDP camps in Nigeria, right? It don't full. The IDP camps is overwhelmed right now. A lot of people have relatives now. Those people who live in the city, they have people from villages now coming over to stay with them in the city. Children have I trust parents now. Those who live in the rural area, I don't even think they are sending their children to school anymore. And the communities are breaking apart. Number 3, there is trauma and fear in Nigeria now. Look at all these videos we see every day. Let me even confess to you guys now. You see your teacher that was beheaded. The first time I will see that video, I think it was on Twitter. You know how you log into X, and if you do not click anything, you will see video playing. That was how I get to see the video. As soon as I see the image of that man in head, they will even put him beside his clothes. I can't get myself to watch it a second time. I was traumatized. Like, what? Some of the early videos the abductors release, there is one lady that carry one small baby. I think that baby is around maybe 2 years old baby. If that baby even reached 2 years. I can't bring myself to watch that video twice. I just can't fathom the fact that a 2 years old baby is already under the captivity of kidnappers. So my people, we don't know the magnitude of what we are dealing with. All the kidnapping, killings, rape, torture, and ransom demands is creating psychological damage in Nigeria as we speak. People live in survival mode now. So trauma and fear is part of what they are dealing with in Nigeria. I know all the social activities that is ongoing, we make it seem like, hey, it's nothing much. Maybe they did Ojude Oba. I've seen a lot of people criticize the Ojude Oba. The Ojude Oba used to be one of the festivals we look forward to every year because it shows the beauty and elegance of the Yoruba culture by the Ogun people. The people from Ijebu Ode and the Everon, everybody look forward to that festival every year. But they did the festival now. Rather than the festival trending or something, people are bashing those who attended. And I don't blame the people who are bashing them because it seems like it is insensitive of us to be celebrating and showing glamour. Why we have these children in the bush and this one is close to home. But what are we going to do? Number 4, we have breakdown of education. This one don't they happen tete, but we're not paying attention. How many coppers have died as a result of being kidnapped by either terrorists or bandits? How many? Now school closed because parents fear adoption. And the implication of that is that we may have a generation that we grew up uneducated as a result of this thing we are playing with, especially those in rural areas. And the worst part now, people are now advocating for self-help justice. We are beginning to witness the rise of self-help justice now. If you listen to a lot of debate now, people are beginning to say, I think the Nigerians we should form vigilantes. There should be vigilantes. You know, those vigilantes, we can call the hunters, we can call this one, they can go to the bush, they can barricade this sector. In a country that have, as the last time I checked, what was the size of our military? I think it was about 250,000, right? Or maybe 350,000. I will still look it up. We have the military, those who were trained and equipped to protect the people. But because we have such a useless government that have no clue how to tackle insecurity, we are now beginning to encourage people to embrace self-help. It's now defend yourself. Can we even begin to, maybe if people should have gun, you know, when these terrorists come, if people have gun, sometimes I laugh. Oh, Abby, you are awake. Hey, Abby, I thought you were sleeping by now, girl. Good morning. 230,000, right? And we have 50 plus 50,000 paramilitary. Thank you, Abby. So imagine, we have the military, but we are now preaching people should defend themselves. People should defend themselves. Let me tell you, my people, when people feel abandoned, they may form militias like we are recommending. And that can lead to revenge killings, ethnic tension, and even more violence than the problem we think we want to solve. If it fails me when I listen to Nigerians, especially educated Nigerians, coming up with all of these recommendations, instead of just call the government out for their lack of... All right. I'm still a Yoruba boy. I don't want to make anybody come for me and say, oh, my Ali. I've been called Oma Ali several times. Since we handle this matter, it don't tire me. So make myself do it in everybody they do. Because I don't understand. It's always blame everybody, but don't blame Mr. President too. Don't blame governor. They are trying. Hey. I've said this before. I believe in the law of Moses. Sometimes I wish I have the power to magically make some of these people who are defending the poor performances of this administration when it comes to insecurity. I wish there is a magic one we can just swing, and one of their family member or they themselves should find themselves in this terrorist hand or this bandit captivity. And then let's go and ask them the same question. Should we still ask Mr. President to order military to come rescue you? Or should we call your village farmers to come and rescue you? Oh, geez. God help me. Oh, my God. I'm trying not to lose my cool because you can't talk about Nigeria and not get emotional, especially if you have had the opportunity to live in a peaceful Nigeria. If you have had the opportunity to live in a Nigeria where you feel safe, where your children are safe, where you can go out and come back, and everybody, if you have lived in that type of Nigeria and you are seeing the Nigeria we have now, you can't talk about it and not get emotional and sometimes even go crazy. Let me start rounding this up. Let me just throw some light on some of the economic implications of what's happening to our country right now. Nobody can argue this with me anyway. Farming has collapsed in Nigeria. Anybody want to defend it, please? I'm ready. Farming has collapsed. Farmers have abandoned farms. Food production don't drop. Food prices is at the highest level as ever now. And hunger increases on daily basis now. I'm ready. Anybody will want to argue that, say it's a lie. They are producing, they are going to farm. You are free to come and argue it too. Also, businesses are shutting down almost every month in Nigeria now. Because market, transport routes, shops, and small businesses, they have suffered as movement has become more dangerous than ever. These are the issues. Not to even talk about investors. Investors have run away from Nigeria. No serious investors want to put money where people can be kidnapped or killed. Who wants to try it? I've heard people try to praise Tinubu and say, Tinubu, he went to France, he went to here, he's trying to, people are coming, they are not even, we go just laugh, say, fool. Why are you people deceiving like this? The people you see that come to Nigeria to invest, they are not investing. These are companies, they signed memorandum of understanding with one contract or the other, that they are coming in just to come and take the share of the money this administration is borrowing. We don't see many independent investors that are coming to invest in the country. Rather, the investors are actually running away right now. I think the only thing that has not been affected that much is government revenue. And I think the government revenue is falling too. It's the oil money and the borrowing that they are using to cover up now. And they have borrowed money so I think the last one they tried to borrow, is it from World Bank? Nigerians went there and bombarded World Bank website by telling them not to borrow their money. Then the next thing, they released a paper. And they were like, okay, the loan the president is asking for, this loan is usually released based on performance. So it's a performance-based loan. When we give you some part of the loan, you will go and execute the project. Then you come to us, you show us what you have done with the part we allocated to you. Then when we have certified that, okay, you have completed this part, we will release the other part of the loan. By the time Bami went back now saying what loan, they cannot show the World Bank what they have achieved with the initial part of the loan that were released to them. Maybe the publisher now said they give them loan. So even the government revenue itself has been affected. That's why they are borrowing. Is it not the same government that told us subsidy is gone forever? The money from subsidy, we are going to use it. Where is the money? Onda? Where is it? The other time they set out their propaganda machine to claim that they generated so income in 1 year. The same minister of economic and whatever came out and said it's a lie. We did not generate this amount of money. This banditry is affecting everything in that country. It's affecting the core of the country. And Mr. Strategies have no clue how to handle it. Mr. Strategy blueprint that was used to build Lagos all of a sudden just disappeared. The blue bandits don't thief the blueprint. In case we still don't know, part of the economic implication of banditry is that the ransom economy will continue to grow. We are now living in a ransom economy because now families are selling their lands, they are borrowing money. Some people are emptying their savings to pay kidnappers. I had a story of somebody, they said they sold, is it nursing home or retirement home or something, in order to pay kidnappers. Because we are now in a ransom economy. Those who kidnapped your student now, they are also demanding money, right? Why? Because the people charged with the responsibility to protect Nigerians, they simply have no idea how to do it. Let's call it what it is. The present government is good in one thing, and I will give that to the government. The present government is good at playing politics. This present government and the cabinet and ministers and other honorables or whatever they call themselves, the only thing they know how to do is to play politics. On politics, I will call this administration 100-100. Oh, yeah. I won't even argue that. So what is the biggest danger in all of this? The worst outcome is when citizens begin to believe bandits are more powerful than the government. Maybe I should say that again, my people. Right now, Nigerian citizens are believing, if not, and it's actually reality, the Nigerian public has now believed that the bandits are more powerful than the government. And at this point, criminals don't just commit crime. They begin to govern through fear. The United States report said it all. That these over 30,000 bandits, they have spread all over the country. So they strike, they choose to strike. When they attack one side, you are trying to solve that one, they attack another side. Why? All of this happened under one person's watch. And that is Mr. President. People can try to exonerate him. People can try to say, oh, let's leave Mr. President alone. He's trying now. Mr. President, don't do jack. Because when bandits take over, they don't only steal lives. They steal the economy, education, farming, peace, and the future of the nation. Thank you, my people, for listening to my rant. Abby, what's up, mama? Let me just add the break here and read some comments. Call it a day.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, thank you. I see 20 people hang out with me all through. Yeah. I decided to go live around this time because I just want to rant. I don't want crowd. I don't want fight. If I go live on our normal streaming time, there's going to be a lot of people here and they may distract me with comments or calling. I won't be able to say my mind. So now that I've said all I want to say, let me just read some comments. Thank you, M. Joes. Thank you. My Abby baby. Abby, you sleep, you wake up. Did you wake up and see the alert of this channel or what? Abby says, so they will kidnap their employees. Let me go and take all of this comment. Uncle, how are you doing, sir? Let me take it from beginning. Okay, Uncle says, those guns in the hands of Americans is the reason the country is relatively safe. I agree, sir. 100% I agree with you. But then, it's not the gun that make the country safe, sir. In my own, let me just say, in my opinion, sir, American is safe because they have a system that works. Even while the citizens have guns, crime still happens. People still commit crime. They still attack people indiscriminately. Just last week here, 3 boys, 15, 16, and 17 years old, they were driving around and shooting people randomly. So it's not the fact that there are guns in the hands of America that make Americans safe. What makes America safe is there are people who respond to crisis. The military, the police, the law enforcement generally, they respond to crisis. Last week, when those 3 boys were going on rampage, shooting everybody randomly, in my area where I live, is one of the most peaceful area right here in Austin, Texas. One of the most peaceful area. I was shocked to see that over 100 police cruise patrol vehicles, over 100 was all over the place. Helicopter. I was shocked. When the whole thing was ongoing, I was live right here. I was on live on this channel when it was happening. By the time I get to see the video footage, I'm like, Jesus. The only thing I noticed is when I open my office window, even in my own street, where it's still there a little bit away from where it was happening, police cruisers were going up and down. Over 100. Helicopter. Everywhere. So, Mr. Ola, it is not the guns in the hands of America that make America safe. It is the fact that the law enforcement are well funded and well trained to tackle insurgency or any manner of security breakdown that could be happening. That is what makes it safe. This America right now, everybody knows. If there is gunshot, pow, pow, pow. At worst, now you go take 10 minutes before you see police or any law enforcement to respond. Hardly before you take 10 minutes. 5 minutes. They don't reach everywhere. And so they go, they deploy more, they come. These children were adopted in Oyo State, sir, Mr. Ola. No single helicopter is on air, tracing their movement. Not even a drone. Uncle Ola, Baba Oshe Kankan, let them go and sit down. But I agree with you that if people have guns, yeah, it helps. But your having gun cannot help if you don't have the law enforcement agencies that were trained to actually tackle criminals when they are on rampage. Uncle Ola also said, read and heard there are more guns in the hands of American citizens than American human population. Absolutely. Gun plenty for America. There are some people that they are buying guns just the way we are changing phones. That is how some people are buying guns in America. Oh, there is a new one, a new model. They don't go. I was watching a video today. A lady, hairdresser, I think they posted on our blog on UBRF. A stylist, because of $10, a stylist pull out AR, assault rifle, on her customer. Inside her own house, assault rifle. So, Uncle Ola, you are right. Plenty. You can hardly count 3 houses in this America where gun no go dey. So if they attack one house, just know say the other 2 houses, they don't already carry their guns, so that they watch out. They see any stupid movement, one you bunny. You see? But let me keep going. Uncle Ola said, it's painful that Judge was weak. He should have stood against them, but he gave up. However, Obama got involved and supported APC. If not for Obama, Judge would have stood against them. The power against Judge was powerful. And Uncle Ola, our current president was one of the people who was against Judge too. So that is why I'm so happy that now the president has said Judge was not doing anything and supported Buhari to come to power. I'm glad Baba is the one in charge himself now. And unfortunately, the country is falling apart under his watch. It is what it is. I'm sorry. All right. Uncle also said, I keep saying that every community should form a vigilante groups, register and apply for license to bear arms. Don't wait for state police or keep crying to the government. How many community can do that in Nigeria, Uncle? It makes sense. What Uncle suggested make a lot of sense, to be frank. If the government allowed the communities to form vigilante and carry weapon, at least the people who want to come and attack them, we know that you should be expecting fire for fire. But we government approve it. If government approve it, that same vigilante, are they not going to use them against the people when it is time for election? We saw what happened in Lagos State. Election is around the corner now. We will see what will happen again. So these are the issues. Even when you form the vigilantes, sooner or later, they will begin to use the vigilante against the innocent people. But let's not even look at vigilante right now. Let us see that, yes, police or army, they are deployed. They did their best. This thing is out of their control. And then we can begin to talk about other alternatives. But as it is, my big mama say they have sold that country to criminals. Yeah, it's looking like that. M just said, tinubu is only a strategist to steal, loot money, bullying people to try sabotage other parties. People also say, I don't understand how Nigerians voted for someone who says it's my turn. No policies to seriously address the critical issues in Nigeria. Bami says it's my turn and it's Bami's turn. I'm just saying, waiting tribe do for everybody where they in power. Everybody don't suffer. Move people. Ogola said the banditry is beyond Nigeria. The challenge with Nigeria is that our leaders use security matters as political weapon. God bless you, sir. Then our security architecture is infiltrated with bandit apologies. Thank you, sir. And just to back up, just to support what Uncle Ola is saying here, for over 3 years now, we have heard this line over and over again. And the line is, those Boko Haram terrorists, they are in the government. They are in the administration. I think it wasn't not President Buhari that actually admitted that those Boko Haram have infiltrated his government. And now when it came to President Tinubu's regime, I think the United States, there was a time Senator Ted Cruz and this other senator that is so strong about this Christian genocide. What's his name now? I forgot. There was a time they kept on saying they are going to name the terrorists in Nigerian government. They are going to name. What stopped our own government from conducting their own investigation and exposing those sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria? How many of them have been arrested and have their name published as Boko Haram sponsors in Nigeria? These bandits that are ravaging the country right now, don't they have leaders? What investigation has the Nigerian government itself done so far? How many people have been arrested? Even the one that claimed to be their negotiator that is walking up and down, the one that said they are our son, you can't kill them. He even came out publicly and said the government know who these guys are, that they meet with them, they talk to them. What has happened? It's all leads to one answer. We have weak leaders. We have weak leaders. The people currently leading Nigerians, they are not leaders. These are political jobbers. From top to bottom, they are political jobbers. That is why you see them hopping from one political party to another. They are just there to share the national cake. These folks have no clue what leadership is all about. The only idea of leadership that they know is how do we get the federal allocation and distribute it? How do we share it? How do we borrow more money? What is coming up from oil revenue? So they know. These are not leaders. The current crop of politicians you have in Nigeria, they are political jobbers. They are like insurance agents. Anywhere the money day, now that they go. Anywhere the power day, now that they go. Yeah. Why do you think it's so easy for the APC to have 31 state governors? Why are they defecting to APC? Is because many of these folks are not even politicians. Politicians usually have ideologies. Nigerian politicians don't have ideology. These are hustlers. They are all opportunists. The model of politics they are playing is not the model of politics that is obtainable in Western world. The people that sold democracy to us, what they are practicing in Nigeria is not what they sold to us. Yeah, if I want we really, I just call them what they are. I saw this guy video yesterday. Emeka, is it Emeka Ike or something? The one that used to be an actor. I saw him storming the INEC, say he bought form to contest for one position in Abuja. And I'm like, what? Emeka Ike? When did you become a politician? What advocacy have you done in Nigeria? I've never heard of him did anything politically in Nigeria before. So all of a sudden, Peter Obi is in NDC now. All of a sudden, Emeka Ike did NDC. I don't laugh, tire. Crazy. Eh? Uncle I say, ha. No, make it the entire cabinet. Muslim. Okay. When I was talking about Muslim, Uncle I say, no, make it the entire cabinet Muslim in a country where some people think it's Sharia or not, he is existential. For me, I don't care whether you have all Muslim or all Christians. If you are doing the right thing, nobody will really bother. At least, is it not this same under President Tinubu, we have Muslim ticket, and people really don't worry about it? When we were talking about it, is this same APC crumb eaters that came out and told us, the president's wife is a pastor. Is his wife not a pastor? His wife is a pastor he redeemed. And I remember I said it right there and then that I don't believe in that book crap of calling the president's wife a pastor. That woman does not have any trait of a pastor in her. Nothing close to being a pastor in that woman. She's a great woman, a great politician like her husband. I'll give it to her. She's a decent woman, very well educated, articulate. I give all of that to her. But using that pastor BS, pastors don't do politics. Pastors and politics are not supposed to be mentioned in the same sentence. And I've said it before that, look, you are dealing with a political family. This is a family unit whose business is politics. They know what they are doing. Baba is a Muslim, wife is a Christian, and they ordained the wife a pastor in Redeem. How many times have you heard her preach? Me, I know here. Maybe because I know being Redeem member. Me, I know here her preach. Because I would really love to hear her preach. I just wanted to hear her quote the Bible, stay on pulpit and preach. Make her hear what she want to preach as a pastor first. Because they throw that in on our faces all the time. The wife is a pastor now. He's a big pastor at Redeem. Now waiting that they take rob people off all the time with that. And it's good because the wife is a pastor. Now that's why many Nigerian pastors, they can't talk. Lately, some of them they talk small. And even that talk when they talk, they don't want to make it enter Baba here. They don't bond them well. All your leaders, your Christian leaders in Nigeria, they can't speak. Now when they kidnap people for you, how many of the so-called Christian leaders especially the popular one. Even the one where the so-called wife, the pastor for in denomination. When I hear make it say Pem, no disrespect to Baba, but they should have figured that shit out a long time ago. That this pastoring thing is political pastoring. This is not a pastor of saying, I'm a born-again Christian. No. This is political pastoring. Yeah, just was to be thorough. And you say Nigeria is one big crime scene. My sister, I agree with you. Okola say we have been under siege since 2015. APC escalated insecurity by importing foreign terrorists and bandits. If you like, call them militias. Thank you, Okola, for saying the truth. God bless you, sir. You will live long, sir. Because if we are saying it, it could be like, say, oh, Ben, why are you saying this? We knew when all this problem started. And the so-called people, the party that have started the problem, they can't solve the problem now. And still, they don't want to leave government. They don't want to leave power. So that people who are capable can actually come in and rescue the country. If there is anything Baba can do before now, he go don't do him. Thank God, Baba go even win 2027 as it should be their primary. Don't show say they get 10 million, abi 12 million voters, abi. That inflated number, abi. Okay. But I'm telling you, nothing Baba fit do. He can't. Baba will go pray for Ida Kaba. They ask him, sir, how would you address the insecurity situation in the country? Baba say, well, you know, it's love. Insecurity is just a love. People should not be. Even in the teaching we're following, his son was replaced by animals. God, I beg. Who do we offend? I'm just saying the terrorists run the country, then they dictate and make demand. Absolutely. That's what they're doing. They are the one in charge. I'm just saying the more Nigerians pray, the worse the country gets. What does that say? God has already equipped us with the tools, but we don't use them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Abby say, oh, Okola, sorry, sir. That was a mistake. Abby, what are you dragging with Okola now? Baby girl. Let me say now, wow, with sleepy eye, I used to enter this chat. Abby, you are not supposed to even enter the chat at all. Because I say I don't want to bother anybody. That's why I say, you know what, make I do everything where I need to do in the daytime. Then for night, evening, make I just come rant. Because I can't sleep, I'm disturbed by spirit. Abby, baby, go back to bed, I beg. Eze Marcel, how are you doing? Marcel say, never seen Nigeria on her news like this. We are not on our knees yet too. We are about getting there now. It's getting worse. Marcel also says, self-defense is recipe for disaster. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Not in a country like Nigeria. Marcel said, but why can't we employ the services of mercenaries? They won't do that now. They know what to do. Look, I can promise Nigerians one thing right now. As soon as this APC government is out of leadership, Unagosi said this banditry will just disappear. They will just gradually begin to withdraw. Right now, they know the modus operandi. All these bandits know what's up. They have a gas now. Are we not hearing report that the people who are doing all of this, they are part of government? Until the government prove otherwise, that they have vetted everybody and there is nobody in their cabinet that is working in tandem with these terrorists. That's where we can say, okay, this government is ready. But just wait. As soon as, if it doesn't happen in 2027, by 2031, when new regime come into power, and it's not this APC structure that we have, you will see this banditry will disappear. It will shock everybody. I'm only worried that the amount of damage these folks will do before that 2031, make everybody just dey pray. But as soon as APC is out, you will see that we back off. Once you have a president that can give the order, that can say, you know what? In this country, there is no room for terrorism. Bombard everywhere. Buy anybody. Enter bush. I was saying it, I think it was on my sister Mom of Five show this morning. I was saying that when you see true leader who want to tackle this Boko Haram insurgency, you will see the 250,000 Nigerian military, almost 180,000 of them will be in those forests. They will be in those forests day and night, combi everywhere. You will see helicopters will be on air every time. There will be drones day and night circling all over those forests. I'm telling you, Nigeria is not, I think Nigeria is only bigger than Texas, just a little bit. Nigeria is almost the size of Texas. And I don't see why we couldn't have helicopters, all kinds of drones. Let's just let it go, man. Let's let it go. I was Uncle Ben, you are shading Uncle La. Oh, never, Uncle La. No, Uncle La is actually one of the brothers who really understand what's on ground. I can actually listen to Uncle La analysis like 2-3 hours at a go, because I know he will touch up on everything. The people where they piss me off is this set of people that their mindset is so backward that they really don't understand what is on ground. No, I've listened to Uncle La several times now. Uncle La is looking at solution. Anytime Uncle La speak, just listen. In fact, if you go to one man's show, Uncle La speak there a lot. Just listen. Uncle La's mindset is solution oriented. And Uncle La will take his time to walk everybody through how he think we can bring about positive changes in the country. So I like listening to him. I'm talking about all this other set of APC bigots that once make I not even go offend them. I leave them where then they JJ. As I say, I mean employing machineries. Yes, that's gonna be one of the solutions now. The mercenaries that will be living in the bush with them, those that can actually trace their path in the bush. I be say, can't believe Nigeria. Nigeria is gone, my sister. I'm just said, no investor will not, no investors will not go to Nigeria with such insecurity. I wonder when people say, tinubu is bringing foreign direct, I go they ask myself, say, be another thing. Even those of us will be Nigeria born gone self. We go think twice before we go invest our money. Now foreign I go carry money, say you won't go invest. Don't get me wrong. A lot of companies that are operating in Nigeria right now, many of them are owned by foreigners. But those are companies that they were already there before all of this mess happened. The other companies that are just coming in, these are companies that they probably don't need maybe a large space, manufacturing space or something. Maybe they are just into oil and gas, you know. That is just what you get to see. But when we are talking about the industry that really push economic growth, no foreign direct investment is coming. Baba is just cashing cruise and traveling all over the place. M just said Trump just came into power. As Uncle Ola stated, is a Democrat like Obama and Biden them. They support rubbish. Them never address spoke on the insecurity. Absolutely. May we just forget Obama. You get reason why we know they like to talk about Obama. Out of the respect that is the first black president, we just more they overlook some things. Because if we talk now, it go be wahala. But let's call it what it is. I'm just saying, how is Gumi free and able to walk up and down? Talking about he knows the terrorists, but Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. We should be asking Mr. President, why is Gumi free and walking and talking? I'm just saying, Remi and Bola are only great evil. If she is pastor, she's in the right circle because most Niger pastors are evil. My sister, I agree with you, make her no lie. Me, I'm not one who believes that woman is a pastor. She's no pastor. her being a pastor is a political move. That's my take. She's a Christian. We can't doubt that. She's a Christian. I appreciate the fact that the husband love her and accept her as a Christian woman. But that pastor thing, now where they drop the ball for me be that. You can't be a pastor and a politician at the same time. No. I mistakenly hide on Kola, but I'll hide him already. Hey, really? Oh, I dropped the comment where you say someone should argue with you. No. And we're gonna know vessel my Abby. Is that you and Okola who is trying to take my mic away? Abby, I'm suspecting you and Okola are the one trying to take my mic away. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, everybody. I know it's not easy. I'm speaking because I love Nigeria. Oh, it's Tinubu and Nepa. Abby, come on now. Now my trackpad, now the trackpad on my laptop, my hand just move anyhow. The thing can't remove them. Thank you, everybody. I think I'm happy now. After I've spoken my mind, I'm happy now because at the verse for all the thing where they go on for Nigeria. And these, I think the issue of very dark man. I know very dark man, they say he suggested that yes, so I be my mind don't come down small. At least now where I don't vet small, my mind don't come down. So I hear I say there's a very dark man say me they contribute money to go and free this person. I was listening to that on my sister Mom of Five show earlier today. My take was, look, very dark man is trying to help. Even though his suggestion may not be the best, but considering the fact that we have little children who are still in the bush, and all of these teachers that are begging and asking that the government should come to their aid, I think very dark man was just making that recommendation, thinking that would be a way out. But again, I've seen a lot of people attacking very dark man for suggesting that they should crowdfund this situation. Here is my thing. Very dark man is a content creator. When we have issue of national urgency and we try to make very dark man a subject matter, it sometimes looks like even we Nigerians, we really don't understand the magnitude of the problem we are dealing with. And I'll bring everything back to this government again. It's because this government have no clue on how to lead. If the government is doing the right thing, a very dark man will not have any relevance. He will just be doing his content creation thing, make his own money, and that should be it. But because the government is not doing right by the people, and the people are so afraid, they are too afraid to call out the government for their weakness, for their poor performances. That is why when they see somebody like very dark man come out and challenge the government, maybe say one or two things, people automatically make him an hero. He just became a hero because, oh, he's speaking, he's an activist, he's fighting for us. Because the rest of Nigerians, they don't go talk. Only few Nigerians are talking. Many Nigerians now, they go there inside their room, they talk, this administration, this tinubu administration, they don't do anything. As soon as they come out, they tinubu, may God help us with tinubu. Tinubu is trying. As soon as they enter their room again, you don't see what they do today. Fuel don't cost. Kerosene don't go up. Well, when bandits don't kidnap people again. A lot of people will always come up with solutions. They always believe they have the solution to Nigeria's problem, but when you ask them to speak, they won't speak. That is why when Very Dark Man talk, it's so easy to go after Very Dark Man. But what I would tell people is this: stop making issues about Very Dark Man. I've seen more than 30 videos of people reacting to Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man, Very Dark Man, Very Dark. And I shake my head, say, you guys are the one who is making this guy feeling himself. Instead of Very Dark Man, why not be calling the president? Very Dark Man is not our elected official. Very Dark Man is not our elected official. Very Dark Man does not occupy any position in Nigeria. And I've said before, Very Dark Man is not an activist. Very Dark Man is a content creator whose niche is advocacy. So anytime Very Dark Man says something, please, if it is something that the government is lacking and we, our collective, are supposed to call the government out, let's make it about the government, the president, the governor, local government chairman, House of Rep members, senators. Let's make it about them. Don't let us make it about Very Dark Man. Making it about Very Dark Man will just give Very Dark Man more traffic, more visibility. It won't solve any problem. That's all I can say. I've spoken my mind about this issue now. You will see that for my own, now my president now they talk to. That's the president of Nigeria. So I spoke about the president, spoke about governors, spoke about those in leadership. This video is 2 hours, 21 minutes as I'm speaking now. I only spoke about Very Dark Man now for like 6 minutes. If we want to fix Nigeria, let us begin to address the people who occupy the office by promising us they are going to lead. Not the people on the side. Not the showers. Today again, I saw somebody going after the video. And the video was giving the person back to back too. I just shake my head. All these people that Nigerians are going after, these are not the people that can solve the problem. The problem is bigger than them. Let us go after the people who have the power to actually do something. That's what matters. Thank you, everybody. My Efosa, please don't tell me you two you wake up to come see this show. Oh, Abi say you should not raise any money. It will be held against him. Abi say even VDM is confused. Honestly, if I be VDM brother, I would really have issue with him on this particular issue. VDM should have just sit this one out. But if VDM no talk again, now the same Nigerians will still come for him. VDM, why you're not talking? The next thing you will hear is VDM hate Yoruba. VDM hate Yoruba. Now that kidnappers kidnap Yoruba, VDM is not talking. VDM did not go there. He did not carry camera to go. They will still come for him. That's why sometimes I feel sorry for the boy. I feel sorry for him at times. That boy no get any power. The only power he has is people believe in him, the writers believe in him, and they are following him. But when other people, other authorities make him the subject of a conversation, they are the one who is giving him more power. That's why I was surprised that somebody like the special advisor to the government, to the president, Bayo Nanuga, can actually go and take an AI video just because somebody edited it and put Very Dark Man in the beginning and the end. I can't believe Bayo Adenuga can stoop so low to go and carry that video and then post it. And all of a sudden, TV stations everywhere, newspaper, all blog.
very dark man, very dark man, very dark man to be arrested, very dark man to the. I don't know. I call for very dark man arrest. Federal government to arrest. I'm just like, eh? This boy now he don't come get power like this. Where we say all the kidnapping, all the killings, all the bandit wahala where we get is not an issue. Now very dark man now can be the issue. Something is wrong with the way we move in Nigeria. Take my head. I was I say I'm even afraid to contribute my take here, so they don't come and pick me up. My dear, nobody will pick you up. I don't blame Misha because now for ordinary Nigerians, but then that they get power, especially this APC government. APC government know they fight bandits. They know they fight corruption. APC government, everybody do whatever they want under APC government. But once it's poor Nigerians, boom, they get power. Be that. We are the DSS. We are the EFCC. Golly. I was say VDM is a distraction. Well, if I say I'm like that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Abby. All right, tomorrow we'll go back to our regular show. As it is right now, this is my rant and this is Political Roundtable. Thank you very much, everybody. Abby said, this is honestly so unsettling. Abby, my dear, it is what it is, Mama. May God help us. All right, good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments.